Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whatever the case may be. Coming off that terrible loss, the Jalen Milroe era in Tuscaloosa is likely over. There's supposed to be a big announcement within the next day or two regarding his future. I think the consensus is that he's still going to go out for the draft. There are some rumblings. These are just rumors, so keep that in mind that he could potentially transfer somewhere else. But it's very likely that Jalen Milroe will not be the quarterback at the University of Alabama next year, opening the door to Ty Simpson, Austin Mack, or even incoming five-star Keelan Russell if he's able to outplay the both. I think it's either Mack or Simpson's show. I think that they'll battle it out through spring ball, and by summer ball, we'll have a clear winner there. But Alabama's bringing in a lot of offensive talent. They've done really well in the portal in being decisive and selective about who they get instead of throwing loads of cash at people. So I think next year, moving into 2025, although Alabama's schedule is not favorable, you've got to go to Athens. You got to go to Auburn. Where else? A couple different places. But anyway, even though Alabama's schedule is not favorable next year, I think you're going to see a better outcome just because they'll be more offensively efficient all the way across the board. But it starts with the offensive line. Jalen Milroe has been up and down for 2 seasons. His highs are very high. His lows are extremely low. But sometimes we blame Jalen Milroe for the lows when really he's running for his life. And we saw this with Bryce Young as well. Bryce Young had some games where he did not perform well. He was able to create some magic and win those games a lot of the times, which Milroe hasn't been able to do. But Young was running for his life a lot with that offensive line. And we haven't seen that get better in Tuscaloosa. And that, to me, is the biggest area of concern for Alabama moving forward. Because if Alabama wants to stay as competitive as they've been in the SEC, you've got to have solid offensive line play. And Bama has not had that consistently for probably 2 or 3 seasons now. So we'll see what that looks like moving forward. Keep your heads out of the sand, Bama fans. It's going to be fine. Roll Tide.